Hello and welcome again. In the previous video, we started discussing about the key schedule, and we saw that the key schedule has rounds, and every round looks almost exactly like this one. So this structure here is exactly the same. So there's a lot of XOR that is going on in here. And remember the last video we explained how to get from this stage to this stage doing this sort operations. Now, the only thing we didn't discuss in that video was the inner structure of this G function, which remember takes an input, which is a 32-bit block, and it's going to output a 32-bit block. So now in this video, we'll discuss about this function, what is the structure and what the function is doing to transform this 32 bits in another 32 bits. So let's look at that here. So this diagram that you can see there is the structure of the G function, and it depends on the round. So the round, whatever the round is, if it is round 1, 2, 3, up to 10, because remember we are discussing the rounds for the 128-bit key. There are more rounds if you increase the key size. Now, if you are in round I, so what you do is, okay, the input is always 32 bits. Here, that's what this arrow here indicates with this diagonal thing here, 32-bit input. Now, this is the 32-bit input, and what you do is you're going to imagine that you're going to divide that in 2 bytes. That's what the V0, V1, V2, and V3 are. So those are the bytes. So we have 4 bytes of this 32-bit block that is here. So that's why we put the 8 there. I hope that's not too small for you to see. So those are the bytes there. This transformation that goes from here to here, basically what we are doing is we are doing a shift left of one position to the left. So basically what this stage here is coming from here. Imagine that this V0 that is here, let me use some color, this V0 will go to the front here. That's a shift left of one position. So then you end up with V1, V2, V3, and V0, which is that one right here. So again, this one over here, this transformation that goes from here to here is just a shift left of one position. And then here we are doing this with bytes, not with bits. So we're going to move the whole byte here to the end of this block. So we're going to end up with V1, V2, V3, and V0. So it's a rotation left, basically. That's what we are doing here. Now, so once we get this new 32-bit, which is only a rotation left from the input, which is this one right here. Now, every byte is going to be transformed using the X box.